How's it going, guys? It's Toilet Bag here, back with another video, and today we'll be talking about guests. But before I start this video, can you guys like and subscribe? We are almost to 700 subscribers. I still can't believe it. With that being said, we all know what guests are, right? Well, if you don't know what a guest is, basically back then in Roblox, we had something called a guest account. And when I say back then, I'm talking about 2017, which actually really wasn't that long ago, but I would still consider that back then. Well, anyways, with the guest account, you were able to play any Roblox game without even owning an account. This means I could just join any game as a guest account, and I didn't even need an account. Like, I would just be like a random character, and it would be called like guest or something with a bunch of numbers. So if I wanted to play a game, there was an option that said play as guest, and this made it easier for people who didn't want to sign up and make an account. But we're going to get into the reason why they removed guest, and why guests are gone now. Now, I've already made a video about this on TikTok, and a lot of people were saying, oh, guests were removed because there were too many hackers. But that's actually not the case. I mean, I could see that being a problem, but that's not actually the reason why guests were removed. Either way, there's going to be a lot of exploiters in Roblox and hackers. Like, no matter what, there's always going to be them, and they're always going to be around. But that's not even the main reason why guests were fully removed out of the game. Also, if you guys didn't know what a guest looked like, usually this is what they looked like back then. Now, it was always changing like every year, and they would change it up every now and then, but for the most part, like towards the end, this is what a guest looked like. I remember when I first started as a guest back in 2009, like early 2009, I remember like it was just like a regular, blocky avatar, and the back of the shirt of the guest account would say, you can make a free account, sign up today or something like that. And it was pretty funny because I actually have that outfit still. Like I could dress up as a guest, and it's pretty funny. I also have an alt account that I made back then and called it like guest with a bunch of numbers so that I would look like a real guest when I was in a game, and some people used to think I was an actual guest. It was actually really funny. With that being said, let's get into the fact why guests were removed, because I know you guys want to know the answer to this. And like I said, it's not because of hackers. The main reason they removed guests was because Roblox wanted everyone to create an account. And I'll tell you guys why they wanted everyone to have an account in a second, but let's get into the facts real quick. So there's a Roblox admin known as, I think it's called Knight Galadeld. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm going to put it in the description so you guys could go check out his profile. But he's a Roblox admin, and he's a QA tester, and he stated that this is the reason why guests were removed, was so Roblox could have, a bigger player base so people could create an account. Now let's get into two reasons why I think that this would be helpful for Roblox. When you create an account, you are more likely to come back to Roblox. When you play as a guest, you don't have any items or anything, so why would you come back? Like let's say you have a decent amount of fun, but you don't have an account, so why would you come back to Roblox? Like, you don't have any items, nothing like that. But I think the main reason that they really wanted to remove guests was to increase, their money. Like, they wanted to bring in more money. And this is because you can't buy items on a guest account. So if everyone has an account, they're more likely to buy items for their accounts, which means they're more likely to spend money on Robux. And this is a very smart business idea. Coming from a business standpoint, I think this is a good part that they did, to increase, more money coming in. So I could tell you guys now, no, it wasn't because of hackers. I didn't even know that was even a really big problem, but coming from an admin themselves, they said it themselves that Roblox was removing guests mainly because they wanted a bigger player base and people to create more accounts. With that being said, I will admit, guys, exploiting was kind of bad with guest accounts, but it's always going to be around, and I'm not sure that they really were, focusing on that. I don't think they even really cared about that issue. I think they mainly were focusing on how to bring in more money. And that's not a bad thing. Roblox needs money to keep the game up. You guys would be very sad if Roblox went away. I mean, take a look at Club Penguin and Toontown, for instance. They weren't making enough money, so they completely shut down the game. And shout out to anybody who's played those games before. With that being said, guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys on the guest wiki, so you guys could read about the guests if you want to know a little more information or see what they look like. If you guys really enjoyed this video, make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, everything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Also ask me more questions.